This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. So, I said that what I wanted to do in 2025 was to try and actually gig a pedalboard before I kind of solidified some of the choices. I did get a chance to gig this. So this is the pedalboard that I put together last week. I gigged it on the Saturday in my function band. I got some footage from that. Also with that Supro Blackmagic amp. Let me know if you dig any of those tones or if it sounds different to usual. I guess probably what you'll find, if you're anything like me, is that there's no pedal out there really that is going to make you sound a million times different. Like, you're going to sound like you sound. What I liked about this particular board is that I've got sort of my rhythm tone and my lead tone, and then I'm using the plus pedal from David Barber and Keith Williams to kind of just give me more of each. And so, you know, there's times in the set where it's like, right, I need a bit of a chunkier rhythm tone like Teenage Dirtbag, and then there's other times where it's like, actually I don't need all the gain. I'm playing something like Sweet Home Alabama. It makes more sense to just have a bit of grit, in which case it might just be the plus pedal. You get how it works. Anyway, so what I wanted to do in this video is put this onto the Boss BCB1000 because my buddy Ryan Davey let me know that this existed, and I didn't know it existed. I think it came out during lockdown. I never knew about it. It's just a really sort of solid bit of kit that Boss have sent me over. They sent me over a while ago, but I didn't have anything kind of permanent that I wanted to put on it. I've decided that this is now going to be something that I put down and stop making some changes for a while until I've got like a real intent to make a change. Heavy duty Velcro. So this has like dual lock on one side, or lock on one side and then Velcro on the other. So let's get into it. So the cool thing about this Boss setup is on the back end here, you see you've got like inputs and outputs, and this is the spot for the kettle lead. So I can sort of use that little patch bay thing. I'm gonna need, this is the other thing which I'm seeing as a positive, is that you kind of have to lock the board down with a coin, which I'm thinking is going to mean that I'm being more sort of thoughtful about any potential changes that I'm making and not just doing stuff willy-nilly. This is what I'm using for power. It's the Harley Benton ISO 12 AC Pro modular. Easy for you to say. The cool thing about it is that it has a 300 milliamp output for modelers. Right, let's just check whether these things are working. So just need to tidy it up and then put it back in the box. Here we go, just the last little screw. I don't know, I'll probably do these up a bit more than hand tight, but if I need to get under the board for any reason, that's the only sort of downside of this little thing. I'm not actually using the patch bay thing either, which I thought is a cool feature, but the way I've got this routed, it doesn't really need it. So that's it. This is offset so that I can have the leads. The other thing going on is that if I want to, this output here would go off the board to a volume pedal and then back to here. That's kind of the idea. I'd have two slightly longer leads for that. But solid. Not the tidiest thing in the world. I'm not a very tidy person, as you'll be well aware. So there we have it then. Quite a, I think for me, sort of pro result. One thing I do like about this particular Harley Benton board as well was that it's powered with a IEC cable, you know, like a normal kettle lead, so it doesn't rely on some weird little cable to actually work. This will be then send here, goes out to my amp, and then the outputs on the back here of the HX Stomp go to front of house. That's basically going to be my board for the year. In gigs where I don't go to front of house so much, like sort of bluesy gigs, then I can just go straight from the send to the amp, and then the amp and cab part of the HX Stomp are not really being used, and it's just working more like a traditional pedal board. And this here, the kernel of my lips, would be used for basically like rotary, univibe, those sorts of sounds which are a little bit missing in my general palette of tones. That's why I wanted a modulation on the board, essentially. Don't know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you seen the Boss BCB1000 before? I think it's a great piece of kit. I've just put pieces of Velcro on for individual pedals. If you wanted to, you could also obviously put the audio connectors underneath the board, but I kind of like it above so that you can make adjustments if, you know, a particular lead goes out. I find like it's quicker to make those adjustments if everything is above the board, right? Is that an okay way to do things? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hope you're having a good weekend. Cheers for stopping by. And then that's that. All packed up, ready to go. Not heavy, just a super pro solution. If I was flying somewhere and didn't need any boxes, then that could be a nice thing to take onto the plane, right? Or whatever, train, bus, whatever you want to use with it.